Hi Flosstube, I'm Pam, welcome to my channel. Today is Saturday, November 14th, and this is Flosstube number 15. If you are new to my channel, trying me out for the first time, welcome, I'm glad you're here. If you like what you see, subscribe and then you'll get notified each time I film a new one. Yeah, sorry, this is the fourth time I've tried to do this video this morning, so I'm feeling a little bit crazy. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. I have a feeling this morning is going to be one of my more challenging to get through floss tubes. Guys, folks, gals, this morning it has been everything. Floss tube number 1, try. Dogs decided to have zoomy playtime all over the kitchen. Floss tube number 2, try. My husband called. Floss tube number 3, try. My daughter called. Floss tube number 4. Fingers crossed that we get through this together. And apparently I need to learn how to edit because this wouldn't be a problem if I knew how to edit. Okay. I'm gonna skip right over life updates because I've said them 3 times at this point. Everything's fine at the Do My House. Nothing new's going on. Same old, done. Okay, what have I been working on? Last time we spoke back on Halloween, I said that my focus was to finish Coming to America, Women of the Mayflower by With the Needle and Thread. My goal date to have it finished by was November 11th because that was sort of like the fun thing about this pattern was that you could start it on September 6th and finish it on November 11th, and that would have been 66 days of stitching, which was the 66 days of the voyage of the Mayflower. And I did get it finished. So I have a finish. I finished it on Monday, November 9th, and then I didn't feel like ironing it and taking a picture because I'm lazy, or else it would have ended up on Instagram. But it hasn't yet, but it will today after I'm done with Flosstube. Anyway, I am stitching this on 40 count vintage country mocha, which was the called for fabric. It's all the called for floss. I'm gonna try to get the whole thing in first. So she's a long one. Is that all of her in there? I think so. So let's get some close-ups bit by bit. I did make a few changes. The biggest change is if you look at the pattern, the men at the top, these guys are all guys. And I thought to myself, this is the Women of the Mayflower and men get enough spotlight in history. So everyone on here was going to be a gal. So I changed those men to ladies, and she has a different dress color than, well, I mean, I guess she doesn't have a different dress color. She's actually in the same colors that the male pilgrim would have been in. I changed the seagulls. Their beaks were supposed to be gray and their feet were gray, and I switched them to yellow. Sorry, my brain is not working. And then come a little higher. I don't think I changed anything here except the hair colors on the ladies, but I do have to say, these little chickens, can you see them? I don't know if it's gonna focus, were my favorite thing ever. They are so stinking cute. I can't even, I love them. And they have little French knot eyes, and I hate doing French knots, but with the exception of this one, they came out a little wonky, but I think it makes him look like he's given a little side eye. A little like, I get to be on the pig and you guys wish you were here. They came out really well. I love them. Then, second change I made, and I don't think that you're gonna be able to really notice, but these are all the women that were on the Mayflower. 5 of them survived the first winter. So there were 19 women on the Mayflower, 5 survived the first winter. Although Catherine Carver right here, she barely survived the first winter. She passed in May. So everyone who survived the first winter is stitched in green, and everyone else is stitched in Oscar, which is like a brownie green. So it's a subtle difference. I can pick them out, but it's not really noticeable, I think, unless you know that they're in different colors, which is fine. It's just for me anyway. And then we get down to the bottom and I made her have red hair and she gets a green dress. And then, because we're in the land of good enough, I made a mistake, and it's a fairly large one. I'm sure you can see it right off the bat. It's supposed to be 1 stitch away from the border, and over here it's 2 stitches away from the border, this big like Plymouth sign. And I didn't notice till I was right at the end. So yeah, I couldn't figure out where I went wrong. And so my youngest, you gotta love a 17-year-old boy who, you know, will take 15 minutes of his time to sit down with your chart and your stitching and tell you where you made a mistake. Only during COVID times. So it's my H. My H is 1 stitch too narrow. There should be 3 stitches between, like up here, and there's only 2. So, I mean, that's probably an hour worth of ripping all the stitches out and 2 hours of restitching. I would, no, absolutely not. It's staying as is. I don't care. So that is done, and it's ironed and already a little bit wrinkled, and so it'll have to get ironed again. And then it's off to the framer. So this one is getting professionally framed. I think I'm gonna take it, there's a shop in the town I grew up in, which is a couple towns over, called the Preservation Framer. And I think my parents have had a few things framed over there and they come out really nice. So I think I'm gonna take it over there and pick out a frame. And yeah, I'm excited. It's been ages since I've had something professionally framed because I've been trying to do these things myself. But there are some things I think, especially with all of this, all the straight border, I really think requires somebody who knows how to get that straight in a frame. So, because that somebody is not gonna be me. All right, number 2, my second focus for a finish was Frankenstein by Stitching Book Club by Saphire Mountain Handcrafts did Frankenstein as the last book. And I was super close to having it done last time you saw it, and I had run into a problem in which I had run out of the floss that I was using, which is Raven by Gentle Arts. And yeah, but so I had to order some, and I ordered 2 skeins, and I actually I broke into a fifth skein. Wow, that's a tricky word for me. 5th skein to get this done. Yeah, it ate floss. I've never stitched something monochromatically. I didn't know how much floss was going, like, it was a lot of floss. It's stitched on 16 count Fog by Picture This Plus. And I love the way it came out. So I did a few, I stitched some things on the corner blocks in Etoile. So the little notes next to the guitar are in Etoile, and the stars over the ship are, and the moon and the clouds, and the lightning bolt. And then I'll show you what let me get out the floss. So this was the floss I used. It's like a greenish black. And then I used C318, so it's a little sparkly. It never comes across sparkly on the fabric when you're trying to show it in Flosstube. Oh, a little bit there, the lightning bolt sparkled a little bit, but it sparkles in person, I promise. And then, this is now my favorite part. I put some beads in. So these, I don't know if they were supposed to just be regular X's or if they were French knots, because I didn't feel like getting out the instruction sheet to tell me. But I decided to put some beads in. They're so cute, I love it. Can you see them sparkle and shimmer? Anyway, super happy about this. It's going to go on my back of the closet hanger with my other finished pieces for now, because my plan is, wow, my brain is super foggy. My plan is there's a wall in my living room that I'm gonna put 1 shelf on, and it's going to have the books from Stitching Book Club that I've read, and then around it are gonna be the framed pieces. So like all around the shelf on the wall are going to be the framed pieces from the books on the shelf. So I think I need to have at least 3 or 4 done before that will make sense on my wall. So this is number 1. Yes. Yes, I stitched the Secret Garden in the spring, but that's actually going to be a gift for my niece. It's not going on my wall. So number 2 will be, I feel like I'm leaving one out. I don't think so. Went from Secret Garden to Frankenstein. Pretty sure. I plan on, and I've already purchased it. I plan on stitching, they're doing the Christmas Carol next. And that starts, wow, I can't collect my thoughts. Let's stop for a sec and let me think about this. December 1st starts A Christmas Carol. It's going to be the next book. You can purchase it now. It went on sale this past week. And it's going to be a short one. It's small. It's like 8, the fabric you need is like 8 by 8 on 28 count. So it's a small piece. It's super cute. I will have all her information for Stitching Book Club linked below in the description box so you can check it out because the colors are fantastic. I'm super excited about it. And I've never actually read A Christmas Carol. I mean, we all know the story, but I've never read the actual story by Charles Dickens. So I'm excited to do that. And it's gonna be, it's a short story and it's a short stitch. It's got 3 parts. We're gonna finish it in December. And I ordered all my supplies from 1 to 3 Stitch yesterday, and I'm gonna be stitching on opalescent fabric, and I've never done that before. So I'm crazy excited. Anyway, the whole point being that's going to be number 2 for my wall. So when I finish whatever the 3rd one is, then I'll start thinking about putting everything up on the wall and getting all the things fully finished. Okay, wow, that was rambly. So yesterday was the 13th, and I like to do my Halloween stitching on the 13th. So I finished Frankenstein yesterday, and then I had a little bit of time last night, so I got out, it's in my Halloween bag from Stitch Toolbox. She does these mystery bags I don't want to flip it over because I have my working copy like right there for everyone to see. She does mystery bags every month. She's out of Canada, and I'll link her below. She's on Etsy. So she does a limited amount of these mystery bags, and so you don't know what you're getting, but then in each one, there's a chart from Twin Peak Primitives, and I think sometimes there's a second chart, and there's usually a little extra little something and a tea, and it's fun. So this is the first one I've done from her, but she did a Christmas box, and so I did get myself that for Christmas. My husband doesn't know that yet. So Kevin, when you watch this video, I got my own Christmas present. Anyway, so I keep in here my Halloween stitching, which is the Halloween Squirrel by the Blue Flower. I love this. So I am stitching this on 40 count Strawflower by Lakeside Linens. I think that's what it's called. And I didn't get a ton done. I got one more length of thread in this border over here. I hate this border a lot. It doesn't look like it would be very complicated, but it is not an intuitive stitch. Like I have to constantly look at the pattern to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing next. And I'm sure it's just my brain because it's a repeating pattern, but I can't figure it out. And then I got these little leaves on the vine done. And that was it. So not a lot before it was bedtime, but that's okay. It'll come out next month on the 13th. There's no hurry for this. Yeah, where are we at for time? Oh, 15 minutes, we're not bad. Okay, so then I bought some things. So I did a thing, so I've mentioned this before, and I can't stitch at night when the family wants to watch TV. Like if we all want to watch TV together, and we do because we've been watching Bones, which we started at season 1 back in the spring, and we're finally on season 12 now. And so we watched that together as a family, and then my middle guy leaves and we watch a couple of episodes of Gilmore Girls, me and my husband and my youngest. And so I can't stitch when we're doing that because they don't want the big overhead lights on, and I need them on to stitch. So yeah, I bought yarn so that I could learn to knit, so that, because I can have one little lamp on the side of me when we're watching TV, and that's all I need to knit. So I bought some practice yarn in this, and I bought needles. Hold on, I bought needles and practice yarn, and then I got dishy yarn, which is cotton, 100% cotton. For after I get done with my practice stitching, I'm gonna stitch a dish towel. So I am following Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts. I'm sure you all know Caroline. If you are not watching Caroline, her voice is like magic. I love her. She has a tutorial she's got like a playlist tutorial for learning how to knit. So you start off with some practice stitches, and then you progress to dish towels, and then I think you might do a hat, but ultimately I want to learn how to do socks. So I've learned how to cast on, and I've learned how to knit, and I've learned how to purl. I'm struggling a little bit with the purl. I'm doing something wrong on the first stitch of every row, and I can't figure out what it is. But once I figure that out, I'm gonna move on to learning how to do increases and decreases, and then we're gonna learn how to stitch a dish towel. So I'm super excited about that. I have no intention of letting knitting become like my hobby, like stitching is, but I do need something to do while we're watching TV, because if I'm not doing something with my hands, I'm going to be snacking. Snacking is okay once in a while, but not every single night that you're watching TV with your family. So yeah, knitting, I need something in my hands. And then I purchased floss. So sorry, there's gonna be a little bit of crinkling. I purchased floss from Trish from Threads and Twine. I think she was having like a 30% off sale. So I kitted up. I had already gotten my fabric for my New Year New Start. Let me pull everything out. Should have been more prepared, Pam. Okay, so my New Year New Start is going to be Forever and Ever, which is the first in the Songbirds Garden series by Cottage Gardens. I need my glasses. Samplings. Wow. So I plan on starting this series. So it's this particular chart will be my New Year New Start, but I'm kind of thinking as the whole series as a start. Originally, I thought I was going to do the whole series in 2021 and I'd stitch one every single month. But last year's New Year New Start, which was a year at Hawk Run Hollow, I had the same idea. Like I was going to stitch a block every month, and I think I have 2.5 blocks done. So that's didn't happen. So I'm a little more realistic this year, and they'll get done when they get done, one at a time. But so anyway, I got the called for fabric, which is 36 count Tin Roof by Weeks Dye Works. And then I got the floss. So I'm super excited about this. I also already had this one, so that goes in here too. And yeah, they're so pretty. And I think they're gonna look fantastic on this fabric. Yeah, anyway, very, very excited to start this on January 1st. Which brings us to plans. Hold on, I gotta corral all this floss. I wasn't sure. I pulled some of the DMC conversion in case I couldn't get the fancy floss for that. So those will have to go back with my DMC stuff. Okay, so that brings us to plans. We have 2 weeks left in November till you see me again. I'll film either the last day of November or the first day of December, one of those, and catch you up on what's happened in the next 2 weeks. My birthday is coming up, so that falls the day before Thanksgiving this year. I am a turkey baby, so I was born on Thanksgiving, but it's one of those holidays that floats around, so it's never on the same day. So I will be doing a new start on my birthday, and I am doing Tree of Magic, Tree of Life. I want to say it's Tree of Magic by Barbara Anna, and it's a kit that you can get from Nitka Moscow. And so that is going to be my birthday start this year. If you want to join me with that, I know somebody mentioned last time, it might have been, oh my gosh, my brain stopped. You know who you are. I can't, for whatever reason, I've got South Carolina running through my head, but I know that's not right. Anyway, and my brain stopped again. What was I talking about? Oh, if you want to join me. Okay, if you want to join me, let's make a hashtag. If you want to, if you have that, if you've already started it, if you have it and you want to start it with me, we will use hashtag turkey baby birthday Sal. I'll put it in the description box below. Or my first plan for my birthday starts was going to be to stitch on things that have a turkey on them. And then it just worked out this year that I needed to start that Barbara Anna, like it has to happen. So if you don't have Tree of Magic, Life, Magic, and you still want to like celebrate my birthday with me, stitch on something with a turkey or something that says Thanksgiving, like something that says Thanksgiving to you, and use the hashtag turkey baby birthday Sal. And yeah, I'm on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram and you want to use that hashtag and say happy birthday, Pam, that'll be fun. I'm not on Facebook, so if you use that, I mean, I am technically on Facebook, but I check it maybe once every 3 weeks. So if you use the hashtag over there, I won't see it, but I'll appreciate the thought. Okay, my other plan is, now that Mayflower is done, I'm gonna start a rotation again. So my oldest whip is the July Amethyst Fairy by Mirabilia. And this chart is from, hold on, I don't know what the copyright, sorry, these charts are like ridiculously not easy to work with. 2001. I probably purchased this somewhere between 2005 and 2010. I've put on my whip list that whip, by the way, if you are watching Flosstube for the first time, means works in progress, which is projects that we started and we're working on. I put on my whip list 2010 because that would have been the latest I started this. And I am so close to a finish. And the only thing that was holding me up is I thought my stitching was horrible, and I've decided, you know, good enough. I will be able to look back on this and say that I just wasn't as good of a stitcher back in 2010. So yeah, here she is. She's almost all done. The only thing that's left for her, I can't remember. I might have some back stitching in here to do. I don't think so. But I feel like those wings need a back stitching. So I might be missing some back stitch there. And the beading, which I started a little bit of. So, I mean, there is a fair amount of beading. There's beading all throughout the dress that happens. She's got a necklace that she wears. There's beading that happens in her wing. There's something that goes on down in here. So, but I'm gonna give this a good 12 to 24 hours. Oh, I have a beading needle stuck in, I have a beading needle attached to thread stuck in here. I didn't, oh, okay, wow. That was pokey. Yeah, so I plan on giving this 12 to 24 hours between now and my birthday, and we'll see. I hope I get a finish. I need to get a finish because I have 2 spots. I've showed you guys my whip list before. I'm going to do something a little different next year. So this is only still for this year, but my whip list, I'm allowed to have 12 whips at any given point this year. And when I have extra spaces, I have blank spots down here. So I have 1, 2 extra spaces for new starts in 2020, and that's fine because that'll be my birthday start, and that will be, actually, I think that's fine. That might cover all my starts for this year. So what I plan on starting this year is my birthday start and stitching book club, but oh no. Okay, I do need one more finish. So I forgot that I finished Frankenstein and then made an empty spot at the bottom. Okay, so I need one more finish because I plan on doing a solstice start. And so I need one more finish so I have space for that. So I'm hoping that that's what will happen here, that will be a finish. If by some miracle I get that done before my birthday, I will take out a year at Hawk Run Hollow and I will work on that until my birthday. And then I'm gonna work on my new start from my birthday until the end of November, which will be, I gotta math that in my head, 6 days. And then, or 5 days. I don't know how many days there are in November. If there's 30 days, I'll have 5 days to work on it. But if there's 6 days, if there's 31 days, I'll have 6 days to work on it. Anyway, and then in December, I'll start the rotation again. So if I haven't worked on a year at Hawk Run Hollow, sorry, this is getting unnecessarily confusing. If I worked on Hawk Run Hollow, if I had time for it before my birthday, then starting in December, I will work on Seeking Refuge. But we don't have to even worry about that until the next Flosstube, right? Because that'll be in the next Flosstube in plans. So we're getting ahead of ourselves. Anyway, that brings us to, we're coming close to 30 minutes, which seems like a good place to stop. We had a giveaway last video where I was giving away Whine a Little by Sue Hillis. And just the chart, not the kit. I stitched the kit and gave it to my mom, and she liked it a lot, and it was a fun stitch. And only 2 people wanted it, which is fine. So I put 1 and 2 in the random number generator, and it pulled number 2, which was Tina from Bees and Tees Stitching. So Tina, you won the wine chart. Yay! So what you need to do, Tina, and you know how to do this, is either email me, which will be in the description box below, or message me on Instagram, which is always the best way to get a hold of me, because I have to think to check my email, where Instagram will notify me if you send me a message that way. Okay, so yay, Tina, for that. And then I have a chart this week to give away. So this is another Pass the Stash. 1 sec, I'm gonna be gone for 10 seconds, okay? Okay, I'm back. That was like the on hold music. I don't know why it turned out to be Jeopardy, but Alex Trebek, that's sad. Okay, anyway, I stitched this, I might have finished this year, but I started this 1,000 years ago. The chart is from 2003. The price tag on it says 2005. So I probably bought it in 2005, maybe 2006 if it had been hanging out in the shop a while. Anyway, I stitched this. It's adorable. I'm never going to stitch it again. So I am passing the stash. It is called Winter Peace by Sisters and Best Friends. It's just a single piece of cardstock, so the chart's on the back. Yeah, it's super cute. So if you would like to stitch this, I mean, it's gently used. It's not by any means a brand new condition, but if you're thinking, I need that fat little snowman in my life, and I don't blame you because it's adorable. Yeah. Super cute. Then what I would like you to say is, I would like to stitch winter piece. Let's just keep it simple. If you also want to share with me what your favorite part of winter is, I'd like that too. Winter is, I love all the seasons. I really do. I'm not a season hater, but I love winter. I love the bare trees against the like gray sky. I love the cold weather. You need cold weather, people. It kills bugs. If you don't have cold weather, the bugs just get really big. I like a season without the bugs. And I like a season where you don't have to feel guilty about the yard work you should be doing that you're not doing. You can just sit inside your house and look out at your yard that doesn't need any yard work done. There is the shoveling thing, but I have teenage boys, so that's not really something I have to worry about. So anyway, I love winter. So if you love winter, let me know what you love about winter, but you can tell me what you love about winter, even if you don't want this chart. So I'm gonna look for the word piece. I'd like to stitch the winter piece if you want the chart, but please tell me what you love about winter. Okay, that's it for me. I hope you all have a lovely Thanksgiving if you are in the States and you're gonna be celebrating that in a couple of weeks. And even if you aren't celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have a lovely 2 weeks, and I will see you guys back here right at the end of the month or the beginning of next month, you know, somewhere around there, give or take a day or two. And that's it for me. Bye, everyone.